Hi, Meg here from I Teach Stamping, and welcome to this video tutorial. Today we're going to be making this card right here. Let's dive in. For our stamping, we're going to be using two different stamp sets. We're going to be using the Groovy Love from Stampin' Up! And the Let Your Hair Down. I love both of these. I think they're just fun. So let's start with the Groovy Love, and I'm going to start with the heart, and this is the Memento black ink that I'm using. I just re-inked it. Hopefully I did a good job re-inking it. That's why I keep checking it. All right, so I'm just going to stamp this onto a piece of Whisper White. This is going to be 4 inches by 5 1/4 inches. Then I'm going to do it again on an extra piece of Whisper White. The size on this one really doesn't matter. You just need to be able to fit a couple hearts on there. All right, now that one is done, and let's move on to our next ink pad color. Let's continue with the heart. So still with the Groovy Love, we're going to use the Daffodil Delight. And I'm going to stamp this one twice. And we're going to be punching, so don't worry about necessarily where it falls. And then the next one is going to be from the Let Your Hair Down stamp set. And I'm going to bring in a different piece of Whisper White. You need this to be at least 2 inches by 3 inches. Pretty much we're going to be stamping and then die cutting. So an extra piece of Whisper White will work perfect for you. And this is Tempting Turquoise ink. So we have that, and then all of our stamping is complete. So now we just have a lot of assembly type stuff to do. So let's talk about our die cutting next. I'm going to be using the Deco Label framelits, and I'm using the smallest one and then the one that's one size up. And so for the So Very Grateful, we're going to use the smallest one, and we're going to layer that onto a piece of Real Red that we die cut with the next size up. Okay, so just going to go ahead and layer these together. And just like that, our die cutting's done. It's like magic. Okay, so we've got this. Let me move these out of the way, and let's go ahead and bring in our punches. So I'm going to be using the little heart, and this is from the Itty Bitty Accents punch pack. I'm just going to take it and we're going to punch out using a smaller heart. I just want that same little pattern. I'm going to do the same thing over here, and there's a possibility I could have gotten another one out of this heart, but just for time's sake, we want 2 little yellows and one little zebra stripe one. And then all we're going to do is take those and load those onto some mini glue dots. So I've done a couple of those ahead of time. And then we're ready to zip through the assembly of our card. The base for this card is going to be Real Red, 4 1/4 inches by 11 inches, and I've scored it at 5 1/2. And then on the inside, we're going to put this piece right here that has a little zebra heart. And then I'm going to take one of these with the glue dots, one of these little yellow guys. He is like stuck on there with all his might. And just kind of put that off to the side of that heart. And then we're ready to work on the front. So I'm actually going to build out the whole front layer, and then we'll put it on the card front. I'm going to start with a piece of Sweet Taffy pattern paper. It's going to be 4 inches by 5 1/4 inches. And the next piece that's going to go on is a piece of Old Olive that I ran through the, oh my gosh, how did I forget this? The top note die. Haven't had enough coffee yet this morning, I think is the problem. And I cut off 1 1/4 inches from the right hand side, just using my paper trimmer, and just so it'll fit flush to that edge. Then I'm going to take a piece of Rich Razzleberry, and this one's going to be 1 inch by 5 1/4 inches, and then an extra piece of Daffodil Delight. And this Daffodil Delight is longer than I need it to be, because this is the way I prefer to do it when working with border punches. And I just use the scallop border punch. I'm just going to back it, so the final length you need it to be is 5 1/4 inches. Okay. And then all I have to do is take my snips and trim off the excess. So this way you're sure to have that little border be the exact length that you need it. Then I'm going to layer this on top. So it's going to go from end to end. And then we're going to take our words and put them on top of there. All right, couple other pieces. Remember these little hearts. We're going to take the black and white little zebra one, put it in place, and then the yellow one like so, and then this whole piece is ready to drop onto our card front. And just like that, you have our So Very Grateful card. I like the little bit of black and white on it. I think it just helps it pop a little bit more. So ta-da! We've got a card. So we took all these random supplies and turned them into a beautiful card. I hope that you enjoyed learning how to make this card. If you like this video, please be sure to like it below and also be sure to share it with your friends. Again, I'm Meg from I Teach Stamping, and have a great day.